A man sent to Texas death row for killing a Richardson police officer in 2018 could have his sentence overturned. That is, if Brandon McCall's court-appointed attorneys can actually convince a Collin County judge that the convicted cop killer had bad legal representation during his capital murder trial. Our JD Miles has been inside today's hearing all day at the Collin County Courthouse, and he has a story you'll only see here on CBS News Texas.
Body cam videos obtained exclusively by CBS News Texas captured the moment Richardson police officer David Sherrard led the charge inside an apartment after another member of his SWAT team broke down the door. That's where Brandon McCall had fatally wounded his roommate, who was lying in wait in a back room with an AR-15 rifle when the 37-year-old officer approached and was shot in the neck. Today, McCall's court-appointed attorneys, along with the forensic psychologist, argued that the 33-year-old convicted killer deserves a new sentencing trial. They called him evil, cold-blooded. In reality, that was anything but the truth. McCall's attorneys argued during opening statements that his defense team during the murder trial did not bring up evidence of their client's troubled childhood, which included abuse and mental health issues. But Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis is opposed to resentencing and contends that McCall got a fair trial.
Well, Brandon McCall got a very effective defense. But I would like to say is go back to the trial. I mean, he said he wanted to go to war with the police.
The forensic psychologist who testified today refused to answer our questions.
I'm sorry, I can't talk to you about it.
But on the stand, Jolie Brahms criticized McCall's trial attorneys for not allowing her to tell the jury about chronically miserable conditions she says he grew up in that might have warranted a life sentence in the case. Under cross-examination by Collin County First Assistant District Attorney Bill Werski, Brahms was confronted with emails she sent after the trial, saying the defense did a good job. She was also questioned about whether she was just bitter about being left out of the trial by the defense, admitting under cross-examination, "I was disappointed I didn't get to testify." Officer Sherrard's widow was in the courtroom today supporting prosecutors, who believe the judge will not overturn the sentence.
Well, that's up to the judge in this case, but I don't think it's likely.
McCall sat quietly inside the courtroom during the hearing, which is expected to last for a few days, before Judge John Roach decides whether to grant the request for a new sentencing trial or send the convicted killer back to death row. In McKinney, JD Miles, CBS News, Texas.